Somebody else coming in. In a few seconds, you're going to hear from our secretary, Mr. Mita Towns, who's going to go over the outline of what we're going to speak about today. Can you guys hear me good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thumbs
sir.
up, okay. Yes, ma'am, Mr. Mita Towns.
Hi, greetings, everyone. The Sun Village Town Council will discuss the following topics. First, old business, East Antelope Valley Community Standards District, and then new business, number one, being the MOU between Sun Village and Palmdale. Number two, California Reparation Task Force Assembly Bill 3121. And number three, Sun Village Indigenous Land Status. This concludes the outline for tonight's meeting. I will now turn the floor over to our Mayor, Ansar El Mohammed. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Secretary. My name is Ansel Muhammad, and once again, this is the first monthly meeting of the year for the Sun Village Town Council. I am the current mayor of Sun Village and the president of the Sun Village Town Council. And
You're,
then our
you're on mute. She's on mute.
secretary.
Going out. I'm Jamila Towns. I am the recording secretary of the Town Council.
Greetings. I'm Salik Wayavel. I'm the corresponding secretary with Sun Village Town Council.
Hey, greetings, everyone. I'm Quincy Hooks, Sun Village parliamentarian of the Sun Village Town Council.
Greetings. My name is Mustafa Bey, Treasurer of Sun Village Town Council.
Okay. So there you have it. That is the current Sun Village Town Council presiding over the land known as Sun Village, California. I'm going to start discussing some of the old business. On our old business agenda, we have the East Antelope Valley Community Standards District. And this is something that the council and we have discussed and went over, and more people are coming in. And I just want to just lay it out to how we see the CSDs. Prior to me coming in this position, we were discussing the CSDs, and the people of Sun Village Council prior to us and things like that, it just seems to be like, oh, well, that's something that we just can't get over, so let's just move forward. And the people of Sun Village is not just willing to move forward based off of a contract that we did not sign to or agree with. The name of it is called East Antelope Valley Community Standards District, and we did acknowledge to the County of Los Angeles that over half of our street signs have been changed to say Antelope Valley on it, which led us to believe that there's some kind of other entity or some kind of other agreement going on outside of what us in Sun Village are agreeing to. So we just want to make it clear that we do not acknowledge an entity named East Antelope Valley or any kind of town agreement that would have that name in it. We are still Sun Village and the Sun Village Town Council. Now the CSDs that we read, we saw some things in it that we liked and we agreed with, but we saw some things that we did not. And as things go out today, you will see where we're headed with addressing the CSDs and how that's going to play out in the coming year. Okay, so that is the CSDs, the old business part. Now, on to new business. Since Task Force, current bill, Assembly Bill 3121. The Sun Village Town Council has read that document and went over it and discussed that document. Since then, we have come to our own votes on things that should take place within Sun Village. In the line of reparations, and not just the Assembly Bill 3121, but also other documents, other laws that have been passed that favor the rights of indigenous peoples. We're in line with, and we had a few votes that we made, and I want to lay those votes out and how we have come to the agreement of where we're going to be announcing today. So in 2022, the Sun Village Town Council had several votes. One of those votes was, do the people of Sun Village, known as the villagers, the original inhabitants of the area, the ones who were redlined into the area, do they deserve reparations? And the Sun Village Town Council voted unanimously that yes, they do deserve reparations. Not only that, further records have shown from our research that not only was Sun Village a area that was designated for Blacks at the time, or whatever our people were being called at that time, but today known as African Americans. Not only was it a town designated for that, but it was also designated for indigenous people, which we know that Black people are indigenous to the Americas as well as the continent of Africa. So in line with all of the votes that have been taking place with all of the states and the counties, acknowledging Indigenous Peoples Day, the city in Oakland setting aside land for indigenous peoples of that area, we too in the Sun Village Town Council have voted that we are declaring Sun Village to be an indigenous territory and to have that and are accessing that that right through reciprocal recognition from other indigenous tribes and other guidelines that through international law as well as domestic law that would help Sun Village come back to a status that it was originally intended to. Now, how that plays out with this, as well as the CSDs, with what has just been said, in the light of reparations, California reparations, Assembly Bill 3121, in the light of international law, and now we turn back and we look at these agreements that the prior administration of the Sun Village Town Council signed. They signed a memorandum of understanding with Palmdale, in which Palmdale agreed to remove its sphere of influence from Sun Village. There were some other agreements in there, but one thing I wanted to highlight in that is that the reason why Sun Village was saying this, excuse me, not Sun Village, but the reason why Palmdale was saying this was because Sun Village desired to be incorporated, an incorporated city under the County of Los Angeles in the state of California. So, with that being said, and in the light of reparations, I would say that not only does that memorandum of understanding have to be relooked at, but also we have to look at, has everyone kept up with their agreement regarding that memorandum of understanding? It was a 10-year agreement, and it's coming up September 2024. So we have about 20 months, before they say that the expiration of that memorandum of understanding is to, I guess, come to its head. So at this point, I want to open up the floor. If I did not miss any parts of our old business and new business, Ms. Secretary, I would like to open up the floor to the council for comments from the council on these matters. And then we want to open up the floor to our guests who may have questions, comments, or concerns about this. So, council, is there anything that anyone would like to add?
No, sir.
No, not at this moment, right?
No, not at this moment.
No, not at this moment.
Okay.
This is Salik Guayabel, Correspondent Secretary, Sun Village Town Council. Just addressing the sphere of influence, just wanted to, on the record, just indicate that sphere of influence that was signed by Palmdale City Mayor at the time, and this was signed in 2014. And the sphere of influence was pretty much the control of Palmdale over the Sun Village area. And with the sphere of influence being uplifted, will allow Sun Village to operate without the control and influence of Palmdale. So moving forward, as the council, we want to continue moving in the direction of self-governance, autonomy, without any influence from our neighboring communities. I yield the floor.
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you for those words, Brother Secretary. If there's no other comments from the direct Sun Village Town Council, I'm going to turn the floor over to our parliamentarian, who will give you some rules on the comments, questions, and concerns that we're going to take from the rest of our guests here today.
Yeah, we just go over the rules. This is just about a 20 to 30 minute open forum for questions, comments, and concerns. And everybody will have a chance to speak, but you have to be under 2 minutes. Under 2 minutes. So I will be timing everybody when they're speaking. So, yeah.
Okay, so just to reiterate that, everyone who has a question, comment, or concern about what we discussed today will have 2 minutes to make their comment so that we can make sure that everybody gets heard. Okay, so anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns that about what we spoke about today? Okay. If there's if there's not anyone who would like to have anything to say about the recent announcements, I want to move the meeting over to another part, and I want to acknowledge just a few people. There are members of the County of Los Angeles here. Usually we have our liaison, Mr. Charles Boswick, who's present at every meeting, but today we have in his place his superior, Miss Donna Tremere. If Miss Donna Tremere, would you like to say anything, ma'am?
You know what? It's been a long time since I've been to one of your meetings, and it was way before COVID, and many years ago, I think it's been now. I'm sorry. No, I know Chuck's really good about staying on top of issues with you guys. Have a little bit of concerns about some of your concerns about the CSD process. I know you're working closely with Chuck and the CSD team, but if you need anything, please let us know. I'm happy to get any questions answered that you might have about concerns. I don't, I am not aware at all of a movement to change the name. I know that there's been a lot of things about the street sign changes, but just let us know, and I'll follow up with Chuck tomorrow on those concerns that you expressed tonight and find out what is current. And if you need help,
Okay.
I'm happy to reach out to the CSD team for you if you need another presentation.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes you guys are cutting out a little bit and I haven't caught it.
Yes, I hear you.
I haven't had a good connection tonight, so just wanted to make sure you heard me. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Hi,
And
Yes, ma'am, we did. Everybody,
I know we had a couple of representatives.
did everybody hear all right?
Yeah,
yes.
I did.
Yes.
All right.
Okay,
Thank
okay. Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that, Mr. Mayor. Also, I would like to acknowledge another member of the County of Los Angeles Public Works, Ms. Josephine Gutierrez. If you had anything to say, you got to.
Good evening. Like Mayor Ansar had mentioned, my name is Josie Gutierrez with LA County Public Works. I'm your community services liaison. Basically, your direct point of contact, for Sun Village to Public Works. Any concerns, questions you might have, and you're not sure who you go to, you can contact me. We actually have, it looks like Alan Abramson. He's a district engineer with our road maintenance office in charge of the area. I do have a couple of just quick announcements. Jamela and Mayor, last week I sent an email, just an FYI for residents, a flyer that might be of interest for residents that potentially may have been impacted by the recent rainstorms, like flooding, and they need assistance for cleanup. There's a hotline number in that flyer. I could resend it to you if you have not received it, but basically the deadline is January 27th, so it's this week. So if you know of residents that needs assistance, they could contact the hotline. It's 1-844-965-1386. But I can send it again if you need the email information again.
Yeah, just please send it again. I'm sure we got it. We get a bunch of emails. So
Okay,
I did
I'll
see
send
something
it
from within the past few days. I did see your name pop up.
Okay. And then just an FYI, at this time, our traffic investigations group is doing a study evaluating the intersection of Avenue R and 110th Street East, basically to look at, possible signage, striping, or whatever is needed that could be improved. That study is going to take about 16 weeks. So in about maybe April or May, I'll give you an update of what the final study comes up with. And
Yes,
then
ma'am.
one last thing is just an FYI, the free mattress recycling event. There's one right now that's scheduled for January 28th. That would be in our public works yard in Sierra Highway. And then February 4th, which is closer to Sun Village, is our public works yard in Little Rock. So I'll also send the flyer reminder to Jamela and Mayor, just for information, and you could send it out to residents.
Okay, thank you for that.
That's basically all I have, unless you have some questions, or Alan, if you have any info you want to share.
Thank you, Josie. No, I just wanted to introduce myself and thank you for allowing me to join you. I'm Alan Abramson I'm the district engineer for road maintenance. So if you have any issues regarding specific road issues, you can work through Josie or myself. As you know from the recent rains, there have been a lot of closures of east-west streets due to Big Rock Creek and Little Rock Dam release of water. And this is just an ongoing issue here in the Antelope Valley. And I apologize that people have had to take detours to navigate east to west, but we just don't have bridges except for Highway 138. But I think everything is pretty much open now. We have had a lot of debris and mud that we've had to clear off some of those roads over the storms, but I think we're pretty much operational everywhere right now. But as I said, I just wanted to introduce myself, and if there's anything you need, Josie or myself are here to assist.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Did you say you wanted to say something, Mr. Mayor?
I was just waving to Alan.
Oh, okay. Okay, yes, ma'am.
Thank you for
I see there was another representative from the county here. Did you mention Josie?
No, I do not
I
see.
think that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do have other members of Sun Village that's working in different areas other than the council that are present. And I wanted to, if they had anything that they wanted to say, I wanted to give them time to introduce themselves and what their position is with us.
Hi, Mayor Ansar. This is Natalie Wise, appointed to the Water and Department. What does CSD stand for?
Oh, the CSD stands for the Community Standards District.
Okay, thanks.
And it is, we'll be able to break that down to you.
Okay, thank you.
As we continue.
Thank you.
Anyone else in the guest list that have positions with Sun Village that would like to say anything today? Okay. That's good. So, like I said, we have had a lot of discussions over the passing months, and we will be publishing some of our findings and our votes. And throughout this next 20 months, you're going to see us making some changes and reorganizing how we do things in Sun Village, some of the resources that we're going to be accessing. And so we're going to have certain people, professionals from certain offices contacting you. Like, it won't be like how it is now, like we got the emails and the Gmails and all of that. So we're going to a more organized way of handling things. And then we're going to have people that are going to be designated to communicate with certain people with the county of Los Angeles. So it's 33 minutes into the hour. We usually hold an hour meeting. But if there is nothing that anyone else has to say regarding that, what we spoke about, we could go ahead and enjoy the rest of our evenings and meet again. Our next meeting is February 27th at 7 o'clock. It'll be via this platform. If that's all, then we could go ahead and adjourn this meeting. I want to say, good night to everyone, and thank you for coming, and enjoy your evening.
Right. Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Before we adjourn, Ms. Gutierrez, I have a question regarding Public Works and regarding some of the services that's provided for the local community, as far as trash pickups, and you said there were some things about a mattress pickup, or was that for more large loads of like storage or garbage?
No, the mattress recycling is just for mattress and basically I think the box springs. We do have certain bulky items pickup, but that is not scheduled yet. But right now, as you know, basically the Antelope Valley area, including Sun Village, is an open market system as far as the trash collection. So each residence basically deal with their own recycling company. Last year, we were looking at potentially doing a garbage disposal district for the Antelope Valley area. But right now, that is being reevaluated. We're doing an environmental impact report, PIR, for the project. So we'll be probably sometime in spring going out to the community to do an outreach on the status of that. So, but as of this moment right now, the one that I just mentioned is just the free recycling, mattress recycling. And then as other events come up, I will let you know.
Okay.
To our office too, we have flyers on these if you have questions. And there are 2 free dump days per year, one in the spring and one in the fall for the landfills. So
Okay.
that's that is offered from the county as well.
Okay, that's good. Hey, Mr. Allen, I got a question for you. This is the correspondent secretary of Sun Village Town Council. You mentioned your role responsibility as the manager of roads. Is that where the reconstruction is happening, where there's debris, potholes and things like that, of that nature? Is that your department, and go in and help clear out some of the roadways and fill in some of the potholes that's in Sun Village?
Yes, potholes are definitely part of the roads, and we take care of that. You can report that through our dispatch, through our online system, and we will investigate and we will address any potholes or any road conditions.
Okay. And for your contact information, is that directly through Ms. Gutierrez?
If the community wants to report potholes, the best venue for that would be through the Public Works, the apps, or through our website, our FAQ website. and you can report, and we will get it the next day, and we will go out and investigate. If you feel that there is a significant safety issue 24/7, you can call our dispatch hotline.
Okay.
And I can give you that number if you're ready.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I left my other phone in the other room. Give me 2 seconds.
It's actually 1-800-675-HELP, which is 4357.
Okay.
That's our hotline number.
Okay.
Our 24-hour dispatch number is 800-675-4357. So if there is an issue, a large hole that cannot wait, you can report it 24/7. However we name it, depending on the severity and how it's described, we will address it first thing in the morning.
Okay.
And also let me address the mattresses. We also have several times a year tire recycling events to bring in rubber tires to our yards, where we will accept those also. And all these programs are as a deterrent to provide a venue for people to bring this material in so that it isn't become trash on the side of the roadway, and to stem the illegal dumping in the Antelope Valley.
Okay.
Very good.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, that was good. Anybody else? Anybody else have anything to add? Any questions, comments, or concerns? We're open. You can ask us anything. Okay. Well, once again, everybody, good evening. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Have a good night. Thank you.
All right.
Good night. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
Good
you.
night,
Thank you.
Answer. Good night, Alan, Dada, Jocelyn. Yes, thank you.